I want to throw it back to a mystery game from the 2021 NFL season. The home team has the ball. They're methodically moving it down the field late in the game. They're down by 1 point, but they get into field goal range, and they're looking to take the lead and win the game. As we get to the 2-minute warning, the home team finds themselves at the 13-yard line facing a 2nd and 2. Now, what's about to happen is something that's going to look very stupid on behalf of the visiting team. However, it's actually going to be very smart. Do you want to guess who these two teams are? You got it. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and Chuck Clark is very offsides. Like, this is not some neutral zone infraction type shit. We're not talking encroachment. He is like as offsides could possibly get, and they're going to call unabated to the quarterback, which is fair, and therefore there's no free play, and it sets the Steelers up with a 1st and goal. Now, you might be thinking, why are they giving away free yards? That's ridiculous. But the reality is it's actually a very smart move by John Harbaugh, and I'll explain why. Basically, Steelers are going to get it 1st and goal on the short side of the 2-minute warning. They run it, gain no yards. Ravens call timeout. 2nd down. Roethlisberger over the middle. Completion. It's as good as a run. Ravens call another timeout. Then, touchdown pass over here to Juju Smith-Schuster. That's Juju, right? No, that's Deontay Johnson. What? He scored a touchdown? Oh, I guess that was 2021. Anyway, the Steelers do end up getting a touchdown and taking the lead, and they end up converting a very important 2-point conversion. But by jumping off sides, the Ravens actually saved themselves at least 40 seconds of game time and their final timeout, and they needed all that extra time because they didn't get a touchdown until there were 12 seconds remaining. Now, the Ravens still lost the game because they didn't get the 2-point conversion, but that's not really the point. The point is they gave themselves a chance. And it reminds me of the NFC Championship from the year before. You might remember the Packers were driving down with a chance to tie the game late. Instead, they opt to kick a field goal to make it a 5-point game. And right before the 2-minute warning, Tim Brady hits Mike Evans on the left side, setting up a 2nd and 1. And then right after the 2-minute warning, Green Bay is going to jump off sides very clearly intentionally, and Tampa Bay accepts the penalty. And even though they end up running out the clock and getting to the Super Bowl, I still don't think accepting the penalty was technically the right move because a 1st down by penalty doesn't wind the clock. 2nd and 2 or less is relatively easy for an NFL offense to convert by running the ball, and gambling the free penalty yardage is worth it if it means the clock keeps running. Now, the reason I bring this up is because this actually manifested in the final game of the season between Green Bay and Detroit. 2nd and 1, Detroit driving late in the game with the lead, and Green Bay's going to jump off sides to try to save themselves some time, except this time, Dan Campbell actually outsmarts Matt LaFleur, and he declines the penalty, and Detroit is going to pick up the 1st down on the ground on this 2nd and 1, and in doing so, they force Green Bay to call another timeout. Green Bay then has to call their final timeout before Detroit runs one of the most creative plays I've seen in a very long time, and Penei Sewell shows Darnell Savage how to live up to his last name. Then when Detroit converts on 4th and 1, Green Bay can't stop the clock, and the Packers' playoff hopes are dashed. Aaron Rodgers is mad about it.